Hi and welcome to my piano tutorial developed in Microsoft Publisher using VBA. Now let me show you guys how it works. Now let's go into Publisher and we develop one of these, and you guys will see how easy it is to put together. So let's do that now. Close that. We're going to start a new project entirely. We'll start a new project. Let's click on the blank page here, or let's click on this very one. It's already landscape there. That's fine. So what we want to do is to make sure we have this developer menu up there. If you don't have it, all you need to do is go to File, Options, select your customize ribbon, and right there you should have this developer menu checked. Okay, click on OK. Now that you there, select developer, select Visual Basic menu, go to Insert, User Form, and right there, that's your form. Now I'm going to define the size of my form. Let me make the height 385 and the width. Let's take care of the width, and that's the width right there, and that's the width. Press enter. The next thing you want to do is make sure this toolbar is ready. If it's not there, it will be right here. Just click on it. Now let's need one label here. That's how we write my piano title on, and I need 17 of those. Now that I have the two components I need, all I just need to do now is to copy them and paste. So copy this, you can select it all and copy, select it all again, let's make life easy, and copy. So all of these ones here, so if you want, let's just select all and change the color. We can change the back color to maybe white, and maybe even this background, let's change the background to black. Back color, let's make that black, and you're gonna need to maybe this one, about that. Let's change the color of this one to black, paste it right there on top there, and change that color to black there. So we copy this across. Okay, I'll just speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, now guys, this is how the interface look, but they do nothing for now. And if you notice, each of these buttons, they now have their own individual names. Okay, so what I will do next is I'm going to have to double click on the form itself there, and the first thing before I start any lines of code, let me create a model right there, and I will enter as follows. Okay, the public function to call my music notes on board. Okay, and that's the sub procedure that will decide if the music note is played or not right there. Have a good look at it. Alright, let's see, maybe we can increase the font size. Let's make it about 12. Yeah, I suppose you can see it now. So the next thing is, before I start with the rest of the codes, I'm meant to create a sub procedure. Is sub, let's just call that play note C. Okay, but this play note C, I need to be able to tell the exact location of my music note. I could just copy this and enter another sub procedure here that will be played note D. But where is the music note? So in here I have my music note in there. Look at note C. Let's right click and get the properties of note C. Right in there, that's where I found the property of note C. So we can get more information about it if you want. So right in here, I'm just going to copy that. Copy everything. Copy. I can now close that. Close this. And right in here, paste all of that in there. So it's going to actually be \c dot wave, comma, and that's going to be, I think it's going to be false. But here I will have to call my sound file. My sound file is meant to call all of this very one. Let's copy that, paste that in here. And I'll then put that in a quote. That will be in a quote. So which means this sound file here is then assigned this. So if I try it out, let's try that out first. Okay, you hear that, guys? You might be wondering where is the form. Let's double click on the form because I was just playing it from the mode up here. So double click on the form and just try it out now. Okay, let's see. Oh, I need to call that. Let's call that in here. Let's go back in the code. There's the code. This very code should be called. So let's copy that. Go back to the form here. Double click on C. Right in there. Let's enter call and paste that. And that's all. Okay, so let's click on the form and try that out. You hear that? And nothing is happening for these ones because I haven't written their codes yet. So let's go back into the model. Now that I know where my sound everything is and I know the names of my music notes, just copy and paste and change this one to D. And this is called play sound note D. So I'm going to call that D. Come in here, double click on that. Let's call D. Paste it there. So which means we can play that as well. You hear that? There's nothing here. Okay, we can call E because I know it's going to be E. So let's call the other ones before we write those ones out. This is F. As for G, A, let's copy this one. Right. Let's come to B and C1. C1, D1, E1. Paste that. I'm going to be calling that. They're not created yet, but I'll create them now. And F1. Paste F1. Now let's take care of the notes above. C. That will be CS. So when you are naming yours, make sure the names are as easy as the way I've named mine. So that's why the coding is a bit faster for me. FS and GS. GS. So I'm going to call in all of these. So they're meant to have call. Then we have call. That'll be paste that BS. this is call DS1. Alright, the ones without a call, I'm just gonna enter call in them. Call. Where's the others? Okay, let's see if there's any more. I think I have some here. Without a call note. The call function, I mean. Okay, here. There's two more, I guess. Okay, hopefully that is all fine for the form. So we need to go back to the model. So in the model here, I've written out the rest. All I'm just going to do is copy these ones, paste it right underneath here, change this one to, that will be, let's say, E, F, G, A. Okay, we have E, F, so this one will be E as well, because that's how I've named my files to make life easy. Then we also have G here, and that will be G. I have A, and that's A as well. So I guess you guys get the whole idea. So I'm just gonna speed up this now. And right here, guys, those are the lines of codes in the model. It's all completed now. Just calling the music in their location. That's it. Okay, you see that? That's how easy it is. Now, what I did the first time was calling all of these notes, okay, inside the button. Each button has to call all of this, okay, for it to work. And that's all there is to it. Or if you want, you can have a look at how I've called each music notes from the model right here. But the most important bit, you must assign the method you intend to use to play the notes. That's it from here to here, the function. So we go back to the form and try it out. Okay, you see that? So let's play a proper tune. And that is how you create your own piano using Microsoft Publisher. With that, I'm going to say bye for now.